God Save the King!
Beaming William and Kate joined King and Queen for VE Day concert at the Horse Guards Parade, as Charles makes moving reference to his mother's post-war celebrations in poignant speech and calls for peace. The Prince and Princess of Wales looked to be in high spirits as they joined King Charles and Queen Camilla, as well as the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, at a deeply moving concert commemorating VE Day on Thursday. William, 42, and Kate, 43, beamed as they stepped out for tonight's event at the Horse Guards Parade in London. Presented by Zoe Ball, with performances echoing the historic celebrations 80 years ago. It included music from the era, as well as stories of veterans from the Second World War, including a very emotional testimony of a man who lost his family during the Birmingham Blitz. Delivered by Richard Armitage, who was seated along with 12,000 people in the audience. Elsewhere, Their Majesties, Charles, 76, and Camilla, 77, smiled as they made an appearance for an evening of music, along with Prince Edward, 61, and his wife Sophie, 60. The royals were animated as ever, and chatted away to veterans in the royal box all night, joining in with waving Union Jack flags around during the more upbeat performances. The artists featured included the cast of World War II musical Operation Mincemeat, West End legend Samantha Barks, who offered her powerful rendition of We'll Meet Again to close off the show with No Dry Eye in the House, Fleur East, Callum Scott, John Newman, The Darkness, Toploader and Tom Walker. Elsewhere, Brian Cox, celebrated for his role in Succession, delivered a moving reenactment of Winston Churchill's iconic wartime speech. Audiences will also be treated to recreations of scenes reviving the beloved TV series Dad's Army. Other actors who lent their voices this evening were Joan Collins, Mary Berry and Sheila Hancock. In another moving moment tonight, the King used a keynote speech on the day Britain celebrated the end of war in Europe 80 years ago to call for greater efforts towards global peace. With conflicts in Ukraine, the Middle East and across the African continent, His Majesty suggested it was timely to remind ourselves of the words of our great wartime leader, Sir Winston Churchill, who said, "Meeting jaw to jaw is better than war." In so doing, we should also rededicate ourselves not only to the cause of freedom but to renewing global commitments to restoring a just peace where there is war, to diplomacy, and to the prevention of conflict, he said. For as my grandfather, King George VI, who was monarch during the Second World War, put it, we shall have failed. And the blood of our dearest will have flowed in vain, if the victory which they died to win does not lead to a lasting peace, founded on justice and established in goodwill. Just as those exceptional men and women fulfilled their duty to each other, to humankind, and to God, bound by an unshakable commitment to nation and service, in turn it falls to us to protect and continue their precious legacy, so that one day hence generations yet unborn may say of us, they too bequeathed a better world. It was time to echo the wartime address of King George VI to the nation on VE Day 8 decades ago. The King added, "It is now 80 years since my grandfather, King George VI, announced to the nation and the Commonwealth that, the dreadful shadow of war has passed from our hearths and our homes. The liberation of Europe was secured." His words echo down through history as all this week, and especially today, we unite to celebrate and remember with an unwavering and heartfelt gratitude the service and sacrifice of the wartime generation who made that hard-fought victory possible. While our greatest debt is owed to all those who paid the ultimate price, we should never forget how the war changed the lives of virtually everyone. Now, as then, we are united in giving utmost thanks to all those who served in the armed forces, the uniformed services, the home front, indeed all the people of this country, the Commonwealth and beyond, whose firm resolve and fortitude helped destroy Nazism and carry our allied nations through to VE Day. That debt can never truly be repaid, but we can, and we will, remember them. The king highlighted similar anniversaries across Europe over the course of the last year, ranging from Monte Cassino to Arnhem. He also spoke of how profoundly moved he was to have joined the veterans of D-Day last June in Normandy, as they returned to honor their comrades who never came home. Highlighting his visit to Poland in January to commemorate the liberation of Auschwitz. He spoke of meeting survivors, whose stories of unspeakable horror were the most vivid reminder of why victory in Europe truly was the triumph of good over evil.